everyone, it's Marcus, and welcome to more chatting in my jungle room. You know what? It's more Adelaide Fringe, but this time I'm heading over to Perth, where this incredible UK artist is over there doing the Perth Fringe at the moment. Please, everyone, welcome Alex Hill. Alex, hey, how are you today?
Hey, I'm good, thank you, Marcus. I'm really good, thanks. Thanks for
Fabulous.
that nice
Are
intro.
you glad to be in Australia while it's a little bit warmer than what it is back home for you?
Totally. I mean, it's just yeah, it's worlds apart, the weather. I mean, just before the call, we were just chatting about how the rain was beating on the window of the plane as I took off in London Heathrow, and then to come here is just so nice. So yeah, it's been a really nice change in scenery.
Yeah, because you would not be wearing a t-shirt back home, would you?
No, it would be a jumper and a big puffer coat
And the
and
beanie and all that
a
kind of
beanie,
lava. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
ski goggles, yeah, the lot.
Now you've been to Australia a few times now, and the show that we're going to talk about is called "Why I Stuck a Flare Up My Arse for England." Um, and I have interviewed, this show before. We're going to do it again though this year, and I'm intrigued because, like, obviously it went really well last year in Adelaide Fringe. And for everyone's benefit, it's running from Saturday, the 21st of February through to the 8th of March at the studio at Holden Street Theatres. I love that venue. What can we expect from the show this time around for the people that maybe haven't seen it?
Yeah, so just to say I love Holden Street too. We very kindly got invited back after being the award winner last year. So it's really nice to kind of be returning there and doing a slightly more limited season this year. So obviously, as you said, we're not doing the full fringe, but just gives anyone that missed it last year the chance to come and see it. In terms of the show, I think the show's evolved slightly. We've got some kind of new effects in the show, and just yeah, just generally still kind of telling that story as passionately and as kind of with the most energy that we possibly can.
And you're behind the scenes and in front of the scenes with this show, aren't you? Tell us about all
Yeah,
your
that's
roles.
yeah. So I started the show in 2023. I wrote it just after I graduated from drama school in London, and it started off as just basically a 10-minute monologue about a real life picture of a guy who put a flare up his bum at the England final when we played Italy at the Euros in 2021. So that was kind of the starting image. And I sort of imagined why someone would do that. And being a football fan myself, it just really sort of captured my attention and imagination. And I started just writing this. Yeah, a 10-minute monologue really about why someone would do that. And it evolved into an hour-long play. And then we got a space at the Edinburgh Fringe. And the rest has kind of just been this lovely journey that's been quite unpredictable and quite surprising and just really lovely to be on. And over the last few years, we've had producers come on board. I now produce the show myself with a guy called Sean Turner, who also directed the play originally. And yeah, it's just been the best time.
I mean, it goes without saying there has to be a question involved with that particular image that you saw. First of all, was the flare actually lit? And is the guy still alive?
Yeah.
That could be
So
dangerous.
yeah, he's a real guy, obviously, and it was in Leicester Square, although in the play we depict it to be on Wembley Way. But yeah, it was in Leicester Square, so in the heart of London, and I think it was about 11 o'clock in the morning. Um, Funnily enough, I've never met the guy who did it, but I have met the photographer who took that photo,
Oh,
who is
wow.
a really interesting guy called Elliot Franks. He's so lovely. He reached out when we did the show in Southwark Playhouse in London in 2024, and his story about that photo is absolutely amazing. It's not really my story to tell, but just he was working overnight, I believe, the night before on a shoot, and he came out of the hotel and realized that there was England fans at 9 a.m. running around London with traffic cones on their heads and already drinking beers, and it was 11 hours until the final actually kicked off. So he just sort of followed the crowds and found a little cafe in Leicester Square and charged his camera up and then just managed to capture this image and put it on his Twitter and it just went absolutely viral. And that's when I saw it later on. But he's, as far as I know, he didn't get hurt, the guy that put it up his bum. And I think it was just a crazy, ridiculous stunt, really.
I feel like you've just pretty much described any crazy Saturday night here in Adelaide.
Pretty much. I mean, he went on record after that and spoke to a couple of papers, which I used as a little bit of research. And he didn't seem too bothered about what he'd done. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the play is about what my feeling, I guess, is towards why someone would do that, which is mainly, I think we've all been in that position in front of friends where we do something a little bit outlandish just to kind of, I don't know, just to kind of be seen or just to fit in or just to make people, just even to make people laugh or smile, because everyone knows what a good feeling that is. And yeah, it just so happened to make the national news.
Mental. You know what? Everyone needs their 15 minutes of fame, and that was his. I
Yeah,
don't know what
exactly.
ours are yet, but we've still got time. We can work on it. Alex, so the process of turning a 10-minute monologue into an hour-long play, was that a difficult process, stretching out that to, a full-blown hour?
Yeah, I mean, it was always my intention really to take it to the Fringe. I knew that kind of early on that I wanted to do a show at the Fringe. I mean, acting work, in general is really hard to come by. It's obviously a very difficult industry, as everyone knows. So it was always on my radar to try and kind of break the mold a little bit and just do my own thing and produce a bit of my own work if I could, because I don't really like sort of waiting around, and felt like I needed to kind of to just do something to keep me active after being at drama school and stuff. So I always knew I was going to go to the Fringe in 2023, and what started as like a 10-minute sort of monologue, I was like, okay, right, that's the basis of the show. Now it's about expanding the world and the characters he might meet, and basically there's a big speech at the top of the play, which is a monologue that builds up to him putting the flare up his bum. So it's all about the environment that he's in and the kind of the emotion of that day and what it's like to be around all those football fans and just the kind of, it really tries to tap into like kind of the sensory experience of what that day was like, because I actually went to Wembley that day, not to watch the final. I just was on Wembley Way with all the fans before, just celebrating and stuff and having a party. um So I really wanted to try and capture that, and then yeah, we worked back, and we got a space in August of 2023. So I had to start really kind of working on it hard from about March 2023 to make sure that it was ready in time, which was a really lovely deadline to work towards, because sometimes you can get a little bit complacent and you just think like, oh, I'll just write it in next week or I'll do it tomorrow. But knowing that I was going to be going on stage no matter what in a few months' time really, really made me kind of sit down. And I worked with it on a dramaturg called Jake Vitana, who was really, really helpful and instrumental in giving me notes and things like that. So yeah, it was a great process.
I'm so curious to know if this guy involved with the Flair even knows there's this show traveling the world based on him. You know what? I think we need to put it out to a songwriter, a musician, and there should be the song that goes along with this show as well.
Yeah.
Let's make
Are
this
you
huge.
are you a musician, Marcus?
I am, yes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Nice one.
So
Cool. What sort of music do you do?
I'm more of a singer here, so
Okay, cool.
unfortunately, I can't play very much at the moment.
Right.
But yeah, but you know what? Well, maybe we do the song. Maybe when you get to Adelaide, we hook up. We can
Yeah.
we can
The
put it
theme
out there
song.
and
Yeah,
like
nice one.
get this on Spotify and make this guy really famous. Make his 15 minutes last even longer.
Yeah, you know what? It's been tricky because the act of sticking a flare up one's arse isn't an action that you can copyright technically. So and actually, even though that photo was the viral one, I did see a lot of crazy things that day and a lot of other flares going up bums and things. It was carnage. Like it was a real. uh, animalistic display of kind of I think also because we'd been locked up for about a year and a half because of COVID at that point.
Yeah.
So that day was really a day of freedom and I don't know, for want of a better word, like expression, I guess, or just total, like everyone was out of hibernation, as it were, and just was going absolutely mad. And it was kind of great to have that human connection again. And some people maybe took it a little bit too far, but
You
there we
think?
go. Yeah.
Like, keep it in the bedroom, mister, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex Hill, why do you love coming to Adelaide? I mean, obviously, you know the town now. What is it about the Adelaide Fringe, or even just Adelaide? What is it about this place that you love?
So we were lucky to win the award in 2024 at Edinburgh, that Holden Street Run, which basically picks a show up and brings it to the Adelaide Fringe. Um, if I'm totally honest, I didn't really know about the opportunities internationally for touring or anything like that. I was aware of the Adelaide Fringe, um, but I just never thought it would be something that would happen to the show. So when that happened, it was a real surprise and also just an amazing thing. Um, and we were really, really grateful for it. And it also was lovely because my brother lives in Perth with his wife and their now baby. So it was an opportunity last year to be able to come over and meet my niece for the first time, as well as doing the show. So it really lined up well. And then when I got to Adelaide, obviously Holden Street were absolutely lovely. And as you mentioned at the beginning, Holden Street is such an amazing venue. It's just a little bit out of town, but the vibe there is always super super nice. After a show, there's lots of people sort of just sitting in the sun, having a beer, having some food, and it feels like a real nice community spirit there. And then Adelaide in general, I just thought was an amazing, amazing place to just sort of live for 5 weeks and be around. I think the way the whole place is laid out even is just really great and really atmospheric, and all the bars and is it Rundle Mall
Rundle
down there?
Mall, Rundle
Yeah,
Street,
just
all of that. Yeah.
yeah, and then you've got the gardens like Gluttony and yeah, just such an amazing festival. And it was. I'm really looking forward to going back because last year was really special.
Well, be careful because Adelaide may become your second home.
Yeah,
Up there.
well, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
Hey, look, obviously a little bit premature, but going forward, I mean, now that you've got a taste of what Australia's fringes are all about, would
Yeah,
you like to come back again? Would you do bring out the show again, or would you start writing on new material to come out and do new shows?
yeah,
What's the plan?
definitely. It feels like we're coming to the end of what I call bum flare play. That silent work kind of shortened version of what we call the show. But I feel like, yeah, it's coming to the end of its life. Just because we've been doing it almost now for 3 years, and I've loved sort of every second of it. But yeah, I think it's time for something new. Um, I'd love to write some new work and do some new stuff and bring it over, of course. So hopefully, I get the chance to do that. Yeah.
Good. Well, do not stop coming because people love your work. You've got your fan base here now, so you just keep coming
Yeah.
back. Don't make us drag you over here. Uh,
Yeah.
Everybody, Alex Hill, we've been speaking to. The show is called Why I Stuck a Flare Up My Arse for England. You're going to find out all about it if you come and grab tickets for the show. It runs from Saturday, 21st of February 2026, right through to Sunday, the 8th of March at the studio at my favorite venue, Holden Street Theatres. Alex Hill, you're a delight. And I cannot wait to
Thank
catch
you,
up with you when
Markus.
you leave Perth and get to Adelaide.
Thank you, Markus. It was lovely chatting with you, mate. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Cheers.